welcome back to my channel. And today I'm starting a series where I'm swatching all my inks in my new ink log. This is a traveler company sized insert by the Ink to Pour, which is a UK based company, and they have their own, I think they produce it in Italy, their own paper, which is fairly thick. I already swatched my 3 yellow inks that I have just to see how it goes. And you see there's like nothing to be seen on the other side. So let's get started with my reds today. To swatch, I have a glass dip pen, a water brush, some water, and also a glass nib that is compatible with a Jinhao 82 body, which is much finer than my old glass dip pen. Because this one lays down so much ink, I wanted, especially for this notebook that I use on both sides, I didn't want this much ink to be put down on the page. So I got this glass insert basically that you can use in your Jinhao 82s. This one is in the colorway milk tea and had a bit of a scratchy nib. It was okay, but it was not the best Jinhao nib that I ever received. So I decided to make this into my glass dip pen, and I love it because you grip it the same way as a regular fountain pen. You see this one has this glass ball down here, which is a bit uncomfortable, and you can also cap it. And for me, who is known to chop stuff and destroy stuff, this is a really good solution. I was thinking about getting a new dip pen, and I thought, let's upgrade with something that I already have. This cover is from Lost and Found on Etsy. It's a traveler size trifold. So the usual regular sizing. And I have 7 inks today, which is great because I only have 6 spots on this page. But we'll see. So I think probably Writer's Blood is to have to go on the next page. And we're starting off today with Diamine and Cold Pens. This is an exclusive Petra. It's in the Wonders of the World series. And this is just lovely light red. I wouldn't say that it's orange. So more sort of a reddish brown, I guess. And I wanted to do like a little thing where I dissolve it in water. Yeah. Close the ink so I don't spill something. And use my water brush. It seems to be pretty water resistant. Don't know whether it's the paper. Okay, moving on to let's do Robert Oster and Wittstyle Red Bear, which also is of a store exclusive. And it's basically it's quite similar. And I have this ink in a pen at the moment, and it behaves beautifully. Yeah, this, as I said, this Jinhao glass dip pen is so much finer. It's actually, yeah, I don't know, I'm quite glad that I made the choice. For this. So I thought much more than Petra. Okay, which one comes next? Let me put Dominant Industry Maple next to the Red Bear, because when I swatched the Red Bear, I said, oh, that reminds me of this ink. It's not quite the same, but it's sort of pretty similar. Not quite as saturated, actually. And this is actually quite a dry ink, as it turns out. But I still love it. This is Dominant Industry. And because I have really looked for more red inks recently, I didn't have 7 before. Right, okay, I think the next one we're going with is Robert Oster Copper. Also quite a newish ink to me, but very beautiful. And this has like more of a, not brown, maybe brown. It's just a bit of different tone to it. And this ink has been on my list for the longest time It was always sold out when I was ordering ink. I'm so glad that I was able to actually get a bottle of it when it was on sale. I have it in a pen at the moment and I really like it. At the moment, I think so the Robert Oster, like the red shades, are some of my favorite ones. Right, moving. I got a clip. Let's go to Kaweco Ruby Red. Yeah, I mean, it has quite a bit of a pinkish tinge. I thought it was like very close to Diamine Amaranth, but then I swatched those two together, and actually they're not that. So this definitely is more red than purplish magenta. So this is why, and obviously because it's called Ruby Red, so it stays in the red. And I definitely want to put this into a pen quite soon. So far I have 2 Kaweco inks in bottles, so this ink log will only be my bottled ink, and I really like it. I might have to get more. Kaweco Ruby Red. And I think I know that so if this Traveler's company sized insert it's not ideal for an ink log. I see it more as an interim solution for me. So at some point I might move on to like a binder system. But for me at the moment, I think the main thing that I want to achieve is to remind myself what amazing colors I already have, and that this is quite enough for now, at least. So yeah, so it's more of a internal persuasion, let's say. Then the next red is a Diamine store exclusive again, and this is Turandot, which has been produced for the Scriptum shop in Oxford, which is an amazing stationery shop. I work in Oxford, so I was able to go there in person and buy it in person. And I have a line of 4 inks. I might return and pick up some of the other ones, but for now, this was the only one that I got. This is Diamine and Scriptum. 200. And this is a really quite a wet ink. I had this for July. I had it in my Mahjong Wankai, and that was amazing. I really enjoyed this. So I will let these all dry, and then we're going to do the last one, Writer's Blood, on the next page. Okay, you see there's a tiny bit of bleed through here and also down here, which is why I sort of alternated the stamps anyway. But anyway, so for writer's blood, I think I need to be a bit careful because writer's blood is like a famously wet ink. I put like a bit of blotting paper behind. So yeah, not too. And what I, sorry, knocked the glass dip pen. And what I will do is that I then leave the next two on that page blank in case there's more to come. And what I also think I will do is to get like a Travelers Company calendar insert. I've seen Anna Jolene do this where she has like all the reds on one calendar spread. I think that's a really good idea. Because yeah, then I can see them all on one page and have them in this ink log as well. And that's then like a more, let's say, sort of grow friendly solution where I can actually add stuff a bit more easily. Okay. See, that's already starting to develop a bit of a sheen. Has sort of a blackish greenish sheen. Okay. So I'm going to just put this here. So we have Petra, which is sort of a lovely, almost terracotta red, inspired by the stones of Petra in the Wonders of the World series. Then we have Red Bear by Robert Oster and Wittstyle, which is amazing. Then we have Dominant Industry Maple. I think this is still, yeah, one of my favorite reds. It has like a more orangey base, but it's not as saturated as Red Bear. Then we have Robert Oster Copper, which it's really difficult to describe, but it goes more into the brownish direction. Then Caveco Ruby Red, which is a bit more pinkish and very blue toned. And then Turandot, which also quite blue toned as a red. So, but this is why I quite like to have the dissolving the lines, because then you can see this has a much more sort of pinkish tone than Turandot. And then as the last one, we have Diamine Writer's Blood, which I guess needs no introduction. It is darker than Turandot, but this is also why I want to have them all on one spread eventually. I guess the next one I will probably combine. Maybe I thought about doing it in rainbow fashion, but then I realized I only have like 3 yellows, and because I wanted to basically get my hand in, but even then I made a mistake. Actually, this is Octopus Fluids Charleston. This is Diamine 3 Kings. But I don't know what my brain short-circuited or something. So my 3 yellows are on this page, and the last one is Calaver's Glue On, which I still really like. It's actually the first shimmer ink in this little ink log. I still think it looks cute all together. So I'm going to continue this as it is. Yeah, maybe do orange. Maybe I do orange and brown next and then go to green. I think I have maybe 4 oranges or something. So I have about, I think, 96 spaces in this book, so I should have enough for the amount of bottled inks that I have at the moment. But I think this spread looks quite fun. Yeah, let me know what you think. I mean, obviously, as I said, I know that a ring system is what I'm going to be moving into at some point. I'm not quite sure whether my current ink collection warrants this yet. This is more for playing with inks and making the spreads look cute, to be honest. And probably it's a good thing if I am made to re-swatch my collection from time to time. So yeah, the next time when I do something of this order, it might well be like with a proper sort of, yes, this can grow in all directions, but maybe this also helps me to contain the collection. So you never know once you tried it. I just knew that once when I got this lovely insert, this was what I wanted to use it for. So I stamped out all the little birdies on the ink bottles, and yeah, this is where we are at the moment. So yeah, I'm so glad you're part of the journey and of see me figuring out stuff in real time and make my mistakes. I mean, this is quite typical, making like a pretty big mistake on the very first page. I will probably do like a little arrow or something to signal this. Yeah, Charleston is the one with the sort of red undertone, though they're quite similar. I will get over that, but it was quite typical of me. Let me know what you're doing with your collection at the moment. Are you trying to contain it? Are you trying to grow it? What are the colors that you're looking for at the moment? What do you want to grow? I would be delighted to hear about it all. Thank you so much for being part of it, and I see you soon.